live. Let me find it on my channel. I know it's already live. Like if.
Well, you know Jack's going to be mad because you went live now after he's been up all night.
Oh, hang on.
Just waiting.
Yeah.
Let me close that. And let me see if it allows me to chat this time.
Yeah, axle to axle on this from front axle to rear axle is 16 7/8.
Oh.
16 7/8.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a long and heavy truck.
Holy shit, Tony's in here.
Tony's here, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I jumped in on his last night. I was watching him.
Yeah, Tony's lives. His backyard is like freaking
Insane.
crazy. I'm surprised his wife doesn't go crazy though, because I remember when once upon a time that yard used to be nice and grassy.
Yeah.
Not long ago.
Yeah, not that long ago. Hey, Tony, what's up?
Hey, not much, man.
What's going on, Tony?
Not much. I was just finished watching your other video of that Team Rafe.
Oh, the 6x6.
Man, that's amazing. You want me to take that to USTE for you?
I know. I tried finish it up and sand it with somebody.
And now that you have that big rock fixed, you're going to take that
To where?
to USTE?
I don't know. I mean, there's so many things I could take potentially. I don't even know what to take there. So I know most of it's like ultra scale, and I don't have anything ultra scale. So
yeah, you have your TF2s and stuff.
I was gonna say, except my TF2.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
that's
the Jeeps will be fine though. Like the Jeeps will still be fine too. But then they have the big ramps and everything as well. So
yeah.
they do have a lot of jumping.
They did monster truck racing last time, I remember.
Yeah, well, they do in the middle in the patio. They have monster truck racing as well, and then they have they also do like vintage Tamiya buggies and everything. They do vintage racing.
I was going to say, didn't they do vintage last year?
Yeah, they do that every year too. The vintage Tamiya buggies.
Yeah.
Racing, like so.
I'll have to
You
check
got
it
the
out.
Senduli as well too.
Yeah.
The what?
The Senduli.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You have your sand.
Set that up as a tow rig.
Set that up.
I don't have time to build a tow rig though.
You're going to need something to
Put a trailer on it.
tow
And
one
it's
of those
done.
big flippers back after you hit the mega ramp.
LMT the mega ramp.
Yeah.
I got those trio axles. Everybody wants to see if they can be broken.
From the
Did you put the
big ramps, that would probably break them. No.
Did you put your Trio C hubs on yet or no?
The knuckles that they have, no.
Yeah, you didn't put those on yet.
They haven't made them yet. They just made it available last night.
Oh, so you got them on pre-order then?
Oh, I didn't order them. I want that to break, if anything. Like, if that doesn't break, that's going to either destroy my $100 servo, that power pushing the servo, or it's going to push back on the links, and who knows what it'll do, if it'll bend up the chassis or what.
Yeah.
So
Well, I know from all the off-road racing that I did with monster truck, if it lands at full turn and hits the inside of the wheel, first thing it's going to do is snap the C-hub.
yeah, which I'm okay with. They're like $8 and they're super easy to change. So easy.
good
I mean,
thing.
if I bend a link, that's expensive, you know.
And what are those around?
And those things are so durable.
Well, the links just for the front of it are what, about $25 for the set?
Yeah,
Wow.
that's what I'm saying. I'd rather break, and it's more of a pain to change, especially if it's the upper ones, because you have to take like parts of it apart to get to the nuts and that.
Yeah, you got to take most of the front end apart to do them.
Yeah. So I'd rather just break everyone's like, oh, that's going to be indestructible. I'm like, it ain't going to be indestructible. You're going to crumple something, man.
Yeah.
I used to say that about my Savage. They break.
Yeah, I'd want a break point. Like if I hit it hard enough that it should have broken, I want it to be the easiest part to repair.
Yeah.
Right. That I did
And
that
they've
when I
proven to me that the links don't break. Like on my freestyle RC, they're like they were the indestructible truck. You couldn't break anything on it except for those rod ends on the Traxxas rod ends. But that's okay. Those are easy to fix on those trucks. It's a little more work on the LMT.
But that thing, like, even out of the box, the two guys that was in the yard view that day, the abuse that they took was insane, though. Like, you know,
Oh, yeah.
out of the box.
Exocage has done with his too. And then he actually made a poke at the people saying that they just kind of ran it and barely jumped it and it broke. And you can watch him, like you can watch the weird angles they land at and everything bend and flex, but they didn't break anything. So
Yeah, him and his buddy. His buddy even had the aluminum axles on it, and it still didn't break.
yeah,
They were taking hard hits.
You'd wonder how some people break them so easy. Like, you just, I don't know. Like,
he hit wrong. Well, most of the people I see, well, even when you watch Kevin Talbot, he said there was the big air in the snow. What looked like actually broke it to me was when he hit that ramp. He clipped it as he drove past with his wheel,
yeah.
and I think that's what broke it. But I could be wrong.
I haven't watched any of his stuff in a while.
His LMT one, he talks about how he's going to build his real monster truck.
He's been doing that thing for 5 years.
I know
Yeah,
he's been building that thing for his fucking.
He said he's buying the stuff for it now. Hopefully this year it'll be done.
He could have had it done if he didn't buy that Lambo.
Yeah.
I know he was talking to somebody about it, about the wheels or something, wasn't he? I know on his last live stream or.
Yeah, and he wants motor. He wants the most horsepower.
Texas speed.
More
motor
than even the ones at Monster Jam run.
Well, the highest horsepower that they run in Monster Jam is just under 1,500.
Yeah, and he wants 2,000 horsepower.
He's crazy. He'll kill himself in it.
But the price will be quite
But what they don't jump them there, so it's more just the sheer power on the ground. So it has to be impressive that way.
yeah.
In England, they do more crushing cars and smaller stuff, so it wouldn't be like for launching it with that power.
Yeah, that because when I first seen them like back home, that's all it was. It was like there's a row of cars and they'd come in, hit the cars, land over the car.
Yeah,
It wasn't
slap
like
wheelie.
yeah, it wasn't like when I went here. It was like holy crap, the guys are hitting these jumps and ramps and everything. I was like, that's not like monster trucks when I seen them at home. Like, and we also went and seen them like they would come to like what do you call it, like a freaking football pitch or something, like so they just set up in a freaking football pitch and throwing all fence around it, like hillbilly style, like not like here, it's big arena stuff, like
That's funny.
Gap reviews, stickies. Hello, guys.
Hey guys.
Back when I was running on-road carpet, I bought one of the original Losi Mini Tees.
Wow, for those foam tires.
Yeah, these are the BSRs. And what we would do is we just start upgrading as we went. Well, I went a little crazy. I got carbon fiber chassis, aluminum bulkhead, aluminum shock towers, aluminum bumper, aluminum A-arms. Went with the original Mamba brushless 6800 kV.
Dang.
Running on 3S. Took out their 4-wire servo, put a high-tech micro servo in it, all metal links, and just for running on carpet, it's a little missile. But the weakest point is the lower bulkhead, which is still the stock part. It's a $2 part. That's the only place they ever break.
And 6 screws, right?
4.
4.
And this one, matter of fact, has a crack in it.
You don't have the aluminum one for that?
They do, but you want a weak point on these because when you go brushless on these, especially with the 6800 kV in these, it's just ridiculous fast. It's
I had a 5300 in one, so yeah. I've had like 6 of those.
This is
sure,
right now.
I'm sure actually this year USDA will have a ton of 124s probably there this year.
That's what I need to do. Are they going to do 124th there?
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be a ton of them there probably.
I need to deck one of mine out.
Yeah. I just thinking about it. I'm sure. Like I'm 124.
Are you going again?
Who me? No. I don't know. It depends what my doctor says in a week or two when I go see him.
So they've reached out to me and asked if there's any chance I'm going to be there, and they'd love to have me on their whatever social media row or whatever they're calling it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I had planned to last year, but I have with the way everything went, I didn't make any plans. So they're reaching out to me, and I'm like,
Yeah.
So I'm trying to find out if we can go down and just camp somewhere, and then stay for an extra week.
Yeah.
Because we're working from home anyway. If we can get good enough Wi-Fi, and then go to Monster Jam in Orlando the next weekend.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna be down anyway, like.
Yeah.
Oh, that.
Well,
There you go. But around Gainesville or something.
The best ones.
Yeah, it's at Camping World, so it's a big one.
Somewhere around Gainesville, you'll probably be able to camp or somewhere
Yeah, it's about 40 minutes out from USTE, right? There's nothing
Yeah.
really close unless you Airbnb, and those are all taken.
Yeah.
where is USTE at? Where in Florida is it?
Wilmington or something you call it.
Middle of
Wilmington.
nowhere.
Yeah.
How close is that to Brooksville, I wonder?
I don't know.
It's
Pretty
straight
close.
like Central Florida. Like
Yeah.
they give you every airport in Florida as the closest one.
Okay.
Yeah, like Gainesville would be definitely the closest. Like
Yeah.
the Gainesville airport.
I looked at that because it's only like $200 to fly right now, but you can't take much if you fly.
Yeah, that's the thing. And
'Cause it's only $200 to fly. I'm like, man, that's less than gas.
yeah, it is like gas and tolls. Like it's less.
Yeah.
The only problem with if I flew, it's on the no-fly zone. So then I would have to quarantine for 2 weeks when I come back. That's just
What it is, yeah, because there's no rules there. That's my one worry is paying all this money and then not being allowed to travel.
Yeah, so that's why if I drive, nobody would know I even went. But
Yeah,
if
they
I
don't
drive,
know. They're tracking your phone.
Yeah,
You'd have to do your phone. You'd have to go like social media dark.
I know. Yeah, go completely dark. So if use my
Buy a
wife's
burner phone, dude.
yeah. use my wife's easy pass, so mine doesn't even show up.
Pay as you go. Burner phone.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just talked to my wife about it this morning. They emailed last night, and I was just like, I'd love to. I mean, I had such a blast at Axial Fest, and having a reason to go crawl.
Yeah.
I need to fix. I haven't fixed my truck from Axial Fest.
No.
It's still sitting there like, what's wrong with this hobby wing system? So part of me just wants to just take it all out and scrap it and just get a new one, but I don't have the money.
But you would have fun with the TF2s and all the like.
Yeah, the TF2 is amazing. The way that guy set that up.
Yeah, and especially
it has an axe in it.
And theirs all set up for that,
Yeah.
It's all done for time. But they do have the monster truck show because I think Jeremy won. I think his monster truck won last year, didn't it?
Yeah, because he scales them all out. Mine aren't scaled out.
Yeah. I think he won.
Internals and all that. I just put a body on. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, that guy
freaking-
Mike's at SeaWorld, he's got tons of them, and his trucks are beautiful.
Yeah.
He's got.
I run all mine, so they're all
in showcases, and
Yeah.
I couldn't do that.
The friggin' DeLorean that Jeremy's building at the minute, that thing is crazy, man.
yeah.
Yeah, that looks good.
If I didn't spend so much time on the videos, I'd have a whole lot more time to actually work on the RCs.
That's what you did last night.
But the videos pay the bills.
They take forever to do.
Yeah.
So is that what you do? Is videography and photography?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Video mainly. So.
Stanfest, thanks so much. Sarsi Propaganda, welcome.
Oh, we're live on YouTube?
We just went live our stream.
Okay, I was going to say, I was looking for you live on YouTube a minute ago, and Didn't see it.
Yeah, but we went a bit ago, like so. I know it's
Um,
weird. It pops up now and again. I didn't even advertise it because these guys, when it was on the premiere, these guys just said, "Hey, do you want to go live?" So I was like,
I thought you were going live originally. I didn't
So-
realize it was a
"I
premiere.
wasn't. I just was doing a premiere, like so,
Yeah.
just at a 6x6
Um,
chassis."
it's Williston, Florida, and Ocala's not too far away. And there's a bunch of places around the Don Garlits Drag Race Museum where you can stay. There's some campgrounds in that area.
Yeah.
That's one thing I do remember is different spots like that because we do different A-Bait events when I was out there. And a lot of times they do a camping setup. So
Yeah, Florida's a place I don't really go there much. I went to West Palm Beach one time. Man, I hated the place. I completely hated it. Fort Lauderdale would be the place I'd go there most. I'd go
yeah, I
there.
lived in the Cape Coral, Fort Myers area for about 4 years at one point. And I couldn't deal with it anymore and I had to come home.
Yeah, but why, like you live in Arizona, how the hell could you not deal with Florida?
It was too humid there. I couldn't breathe.
Too humid, you're in Arizona.
Arizona is dry. Florida was too humid.
Uh,
Way too humid.
Stanford's from Scotland, not them. So what did you? It's just the electronics in the axial, Tony. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the something with that. I put in the the 550 axe system,
Oh yeah.
and apparently that has an issue with being close to servos and
Oh
other
yeah.
things.
Seen
So-
RC,
Yes.
RC Propaganda done a video on that or something where if it was touching if it touched the servo or something, it would cut out the motor was cutting out or something.
I don't know what it's doing. It drove great for like 2 days, and then me and my boys were going for another run, and we went up across the top part where they have. It's basically a rock crawling area for real trucks, and for our cars, it's like a cliff. You know, it's 8-foot drop on the rock, and it just I lost all control. It started driving and doing what it wanted, and drove right off and smash. So I unplugged it, tried rebinding, tried a whole bunch of stuff, couldn't steer. It only does, everything does reverse, whether you hit reverse or you hit forward. It's just really weird. I tried a different receiver thinking, oh man, must be this. Cause I bought one of those really expensive 6-channel that has like the AVC and all that junk you don't need. But, I had it all turned off. But anyway, I thought maybe that was it, and nothing's working. I sent emails to them, and they said they hadn't heard of anything about it. They didn't mention that the thing that RC Propaganda pointed out, where if it's too close to something else, and that motor sits right next to the.
Just right beside it, like beside the servo. Uh-huh.
Yep. So, and I have a Reefs Raw in it.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite go-to servo these days.
The Reefs, yeah.
Crawler, monster truck, basher. It's an amazing. I think maybe I put the 555 in that one because I didn't need the speed.
It's cool of Tony to come hang out with smaller channels like us. None of the bigger channels really do that very often. If my channel ever gets big, I'm not going to forget the small guys either. Tony.
Who says that? Oh, steadfast.
Yeah, steadfast.
I don't consider big. We're all just normal people anyway. It doesn't matter how many numbers you have.
That's it. All us peasants are graced to be in your presence.
All right.
What are you at today anyway? You're not out with that John Deere, no?
Oh, it's so muddy here right now. That thing's parked for probably 4 days for it to dry up.
Yeah.
But you guys just got some rain the last couple of days too, didn't you?
Yeah, it rained a lot. Yeah. And it's not had any sun.
Is it you're just not training right or something, is it? Or
The what?
Is the yard not draining right or something? Or
Oh no, we just live in the swamp. So I always tell everybody like, "Oh, you live in Virginia Beach." I'm like, "Well, actually, our landmark here is the Great Dismal Swamp." So we were at like negative 10 feet, above sea level.
oh
Not
crap!
not
So
really, not really, but we're at like zero.
yeah.
So when you get rain, there's just nowhere for it to go. It's like literally, even when it's not raining, parts of your yard can have squish to it because there's just still water underneath. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Axiomatic, welcome. A&T, Andrew, welcome in. You want to see some good painting and weathering tips? Go and check out A&T RC. He does some good painting and weathering.
Cool.
I saw you dented your TF2 as well,
Yeah,
Sean.
that's what I'm just sanding it down now, so I have it all everywhere it's taped off is all rusted, so all the dents will be underneath where tapes. I'm just painting over it.
Yeah, he
Nice.
didn't dent it. The Hulk landed on it with his butt.
That's it. But that's why the whole front's all bashed in there, like so there's a big bash in, and then that's what creates the big dents in the bonnet. And then the bonnet, I put tears and rips in the bonnet as well. Or sorry, in the
Nice.
hood, the
Hey, Sean,
Americans.
the one cross truck that I have, that two-tone,
Yeah.
I took that to the hobby shop where I comp at a couple weeks ago, and those guys told me I should do a patina and weather on that.
On the red and cream one, no chance. I would leave that one the way it is.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't think so.
Not a
I thought
chance.
about doing it on this thing, but nah,
Mm.
too lazy.
That outcast though you were running today's video, Tony, that thing just flies through the air, man, doesn't it?
The Outcast? Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah. Just sails like effortlessly. It does.
I was very impressed with it.
Yeah. And the landing that it broke on though didn't look as bad as some of the other landings were worse. Like,
Oh, it actually broke when I slammed into the plastic jump front
is
end
that,
in.
is that what it
The
was?
bumper had already broken off and was sitting there. 'Cause that's where I found it. So the next jump was literally normal, but it just made everything come apart.
Yeah.
So yeah, it lost the retain that the way the bumper works is it screws and holds every. It's actually a bad design because the bumper screws into the front of the bulkhead and holds that hinge
Oh, okay.
pin retainer in, which I think should screw in on its own. So what happens is when the bumper gets pulled, it pulls those screws out of that hinge pin retainer. So I think the bumper would probably be better off just mounting underneath. That's what the RPM one is. I bought an RPM one.
Yeah, because
So literally the hinge retainer will now just screw in on its own and nothing will be able to pull out against it. The bumper will just be on its own.
yeah, that makes more sense. Like the bumper's going to take the brunt of all the hits, like, you know.
Yeah, and it's just pulling out on those screws in there.
That's what it's
It's old school design too.
Yeah, because that's the one thing I hated about the Slash. Like the Slash front bumper sort of is part of the casing for the gears as well. Like, I'm not saying I hated about that. Like, you rip that off, you're ripping half the casing off for the gears.
Oh my
All the gears
gosh.
are just exposed. Like,
On the Slash?
yeah, on the 4x4 Slash. Mine's lying there. And the only reason I know that because mine's lying there in pieces right now. So it is. I'd actually get around to fixing that one of these days. So,
What's up, Gabe? What do you
hello,
have for
ladies
lunch?
and gentlemen. Anyone else have the Axial Unimog 10 6x6? A forward rear axle inked itself. And after about 5 miles. I don't have one, but I would reach out to Axial if that's the case. If you only run it and it's like busting up that quick.
Yeah, that's a bit much.
Yeah. I've got
Somebody had commented on exo cages that he put up today about the overdrive, asking if the overdrive on the Unimog 6x6 rear axles would benefit, why would you put overdrive on the rear axles on a 6x?
Yeah.
To me, it's a waste of time and money, personally. And if you're going to overdrive the back, you're just going to push the front everywhere.
Yeah, 6x6 is a little different than the regular 4x4.
Yeah, you need something to pull the front end around because they're so long and heavy.
Yep.
That's a good thing about hard bodies. If you get paint runs, you can actually frickin' sand them down again. And re-spray over it. Mhm.
I got some runs in this, but I left them in there on purpose.
Yeah. I like the way that thing looks freaking well built. Like, is that the stock axles and everything like that?
Yeah, it's all box stock.
It's pretty cool. Like,
Well, you've seen my cross. They're pretty
Yeah.
stout.
I want a cross RC. I want a mammoth or something, but there's just way too much building in the bastard things. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Well,
want
the Mammoth alone is $1,400 just for the kit.
yeah, but just building it, like, there's so much. It's all the little freaking plastic bed pieces and everything. That's the annoying part. Like,
All your paint work will take you at least a month to do
yeah.
because there's so many parts.
Kevin Gibbs, what's up? Yeah, they should just do a ready to freaking run, like Mammoth ready to run flagship edition.
Yeah, and they just came out with two more military versions already just this year alone, and they're working on the third one now.
Yeah, and then they want to give them proper names, not like the R6P3C, whatever. Like, you know. Axial is sending me some new parts. I took it apart and inspected the same to be designed. Phew, I'm working on a 3D printed fix now. RC reviews had some issues started to happen. What's that? You in propaganda talking about something there, Tony? Is it?
Yeah, we're just talking about the new shorts thing on YouTube. They're pushing.
Oh, that, yeah. It was
There you
actually, that's your 8x8? Oh, that's the 6x6?
HC6.
Huh.
It's basically everything that AZ's got on his, just minus an axle. Leaf
Yeah, those look
springs,
good.
shocks and leaf springs on the front.
Yeah.
2-speed transmission.
Yeah,
Divorce transfer case.
I don't have that.
There's no divorce transfer case on that one.
No.
No, because his is only four. His is only a 4. It's not a 6x6. So
Yeah.
All my demons have a divorce transfer case on them. They're all separate transfer cases, but
Yep.
then it's all 4-linked on the rear suspension. I mean, it's a really well-designed truck.
Who makes that one? I missed it.
It's
Cross.
Cross RC.
Cross. Okay.
yeah. And
Their
what
stuff is
body-
pretty. It's so pretty.
Yeah.
What bodies for it though too? It's
The
just
body of this one?
there's just way too much. I love building, but the Cross RCs just they have so much small parts even for the back of the bodies
Oh yeah.
and everything. That's good. That looks like an old European Scania.
It's based off of the American M35.
Yeah. It looks like a European Scania.
Full interior. I had to cut the seat out where they recommend for the shift servo.
Ah.
If I'd have known that at the time, I would have just bought a low profile servo for it.
Mm.
I could always switch over and
Yeah, you can put something over it again though too.
I can always glue the driver right to the servo
There you
for the
go.
passenger.
TikTok, I don't understand TikTok. My daughter comes and tries to talk to me all the time about TikTok. And I'm like, dude, this is just like people doing stupid videos.
Yeah, this is the one that they want me to weather and patina.
Yeah,
Not
I
gonna.
know. I don't know why. I definitely would not touch that thing. That thing is killer looking.
Yeah. Try to do this one-handed with the gimp shoulder. Yeah, it's a really nice kit to build. All aluminum axles, the links. You can't see the transfer case up there, but
No.
I mean, I get all their flagship versions, which are all every upgrade available to them.
Yeah. See, them ones, I don't mind building them ones. It's their military trucks.
Well,
They
this
put
one should
so
be
much.
yours too. You might wind up with that one.
Sweet. That dually is sick.
I love that truck.
I know,
If
yeah.
you ever do patina something, it's going to be this because this truck gets beat to hell and it keeps going. That's the first one that I built.
Yeah.
You know, got my Capra. But
That looks
this
good.
one here, that's 24 inches long, 12 inches wide, 10 and a half inches tall.
I love those.
Yeah.
That's what
Weighs
Medic
about
made
15
bumblebees
pounds.
out of.
How many crosses do you have?
9. 9 cross. 2, 3, 4 axial, 1 G made, 1 low C, and then I've got my axial Yeti short trophy truck.
Cool.
And
Yeah,
my
Stampy saying definitely leave the demon as it is. Please don't weather that.
Oh no,
I agree.
Yeah,
So nice.
No, I definitely wouldn't wear that.
no, it's not going to get touched.
I think I'll leave my side windows out for right now.
I average, I guess, not too long of a video or too short. I really don't care for short videos though. I'm definitely not doing that. I'm no minute man. Our, I sure boy. I'll not say anything about minute
I
man.
know.
You know. I was going to say something there, but I didn't.
Set it up. Set it up.
Yeah.
So to quickly just kind of dispel it so I don't have to keep chatting, what YouTube has done is they've created a whole separate thing they're calling shorts. My problems with it are that I think people are just going to repost their TikTok videos that they've already made over to YouTube, and it's just going to clutter it with a whole bunch of short videos that we have to wade through to get to real content we want to see. The other issue is that when you do post a short, like I've been doing, and I'll tell you guys why, because you may want to, is that it doesn't put them in a different spot. So all the videos that we spend all this time doing, they live, in our videos area. All these shorts end up in there too. So if people are watching through your videos, they click on one, they can accidentally click on a short that may just be like, oh, well, this is dumb. It doesn't tell me anything I want to know. So, because most people come to YouTube because they want to know something, learn something about whatever community. And these are just like the polar opposite of that. And I don't know, it bugs me that they've done that with them. But, the problem is they're throwing the algorithm to it. So if you want eyeballs,
Yeah.
post up a video under a minute and put hashtag shorts, and YouTube is just showing it to people. And it's a way to get subscribers. It's a way to get views.
Really?
But it also changes for people that are monetized. They don't weigh it the same way. So it could get 1 million views, but you wouldn't get the same amount of money as you'd get with 1 million views on something else. It's just really muddied the waters. I liked that at least when we had stories and the community tab, those are separate areas. I post a video to story, it doesn't go into my video feed. but the stories thing is, or the shorts is kind of murkied that water, and it's just making it confusing. It's like Instagram now has Instagram TV, it's got Reels, it's got the story based feature, and you've got your regular post, and you're like, well, which one do I post to? Like, I've got content I want to post. Same thing with this YouTube. It's like, it's under 15 seconds. Is it a story that's under 15 seconds, or is it a short? And or both. Like, I could just totally, slam you guys with it in both, which is what I think I did with the last one.
Yeah, the iCast, that was the first time I even noticed the short. I was like, fuck, Tony's putting up a 1 minute video. I was like, what the hell?
It wasn't even, it was like 30 seconds.
Yeah, and then I noticed it said short on it, and I was like, what the hell is that about? Like,
I saw Shen RC do it first, and I was like, man, this is dumb. And then I saw more people doing it, and then I Googled it, and I was like, oh, so this is a thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, Shen and the RC Sailors were the first ones that popped up doing it.
Yeah, most of my videos are between 3 to 5 minutes. I think the longest one was 7, but I haven't had anything on for a while.
I don't mind it. I just think it's going to really, it changes the focus. And I don't know if that's good or not for YouTube. They're touting how many billion views they got in India with it. Like, but it's like, but they're not long views. Like, it's easy to get 1 billion views if everything's just 5 seconds to a minute. It's what you should be looking at. And what they were pushing for the longest time was the amount of time people watched your video. It was all about length of video.
Yeah.
And having a short video brought your numbers down. And so that's what's going to happen is our watch time algorithm is going to go down through, like, it's going to crash. Because your average watch time, if you post videos that are only 30 seconds, even if people watch the whole video,
it's still only 30-second.
It's 30-second watch time, and that means that it's just going to pull your whole average down to the gutter. And it's, I don't know. I don't know what YouTube's doing. They don't seem to be very bright about things. They are the people who created Google Plus and all that are behind it at Google. So
yeah, and look how long it lasted. Google Plus, like,
Yeah, they're just going backwards.
Anyway, I don't want to get into it. It's just people were asking in the comments, and instead of trying to type it all that out, it's easier to just kind of give the basis behind it all.
Hey guys, FPV, welcome in.
All right.
Most of my videos tend to run between 20 minutes and a half an hour. 20 minutes and a half an hour, that's a long video. Unless it's like
videos that you could post.
Yeah, unless it's a build video or tutorial videos. But it was just like a crawling video or a bashing video. 20 minutes to half an hour is a pretty long video.
Yeah,
I know a few people that do it.
Yeah, I know some people that do it. Like
RC Guy Garage posts really long ones.
Oh yeah,
but he goes into fixing it and everything in his.
Yeah,
he'll break it and then fix it and then bash it again.
I know, yeah. But look at his streams. Even his freaking streams take a couple of hours each stream, even, and he's probably 2 or 3 streams a day sometimes.
Yeah, he's definitely getting numbers, man. That's for sure.
Yeah.
It's good for him.
Yeah,
it's giving him a huge watch times, which is what YouTube used to want.
No, it's so crazy. He'd be on the mornings there with COVID and coffee, and then you'd come around at lunchtime again sometime, and he'd be there again. You'd be like, "What the hell? Is this still the same one?" And you're like, "It's a different one." Like,
what are the
thanks for all the info, Tony. Much appreciated. Yeah, I know it's weird. Like YouTube, they're like everybody. They keep trying to fix what's not broken. Like,
Hey Tony, what's the requirements for me to go live on YouTube?
Anybody can go live on YouTube if they're using a computer.
Yep.
If you want to go live on YouTube with your phone, you have to have 1,000 subscribers, I think.
Yeah, any mobile device, you have to have 1,000 subscribers. But to go live, just if you have your computer, it used to be anybody could go live, and then about 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, they changed it to you have to have 1,000 subscribers to go live off a mobile.
I think it's because it's too easy and people were just posting really long live stuff up all the time.
Yeah.
I think there's a way to rein it in a bit.
So then if you have your
short of being able to do that then.
But if you have your computer up on the top corner of your screen, you'll see where it says video, it says upload or go live.
Yeah.
Go live.
Yeah, I've done a couple live streams, so it's from my computer.
Yeah.
But I tried going live at the race one time. I'm like, nuts.
And if you want the Zoom, I'll give you the email and password to the Zoom. So
Because then it allows you to post it over, right?
yeah.
Because you can go and Zoom on your. It's a workaround.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I do most everything on my phone.
Yeah.
Same as right. I'll be back in 1 second. See my daughter's yelling about.
Oh. Damn it.
So Tony, last night on the video on your stream, you said you had to work on that buggy with the servo.
The buggy. Oh, the servo on the Losi? Or the
When you went out in the garage while you were editing, you were going through all the trucks that you wanted to take out. Or
the laser nut. Yeah, the laser nut. I nose down land on that thing all the time in rocks, and just kind of a rock racer.
Yeah.
And I tightened the servo saver down too much, I think, but I think I stripped the servo out. So
Fun.
I have a reef raw to put in it. I just haven't yet.
Yeah, I definitely need to get me a couple reefs.
Yeah, they're
Especially
pricey, but I haven't. I mean, as hard as I've bashed them, I haven't had any of them go. So
Well,
I like my
some of
MKS.
these trucks are.
Later, Basher boy.
I'm gonna need them.
there's some new Demond ones or whatever. Demon, DMOND. I don't know. I saw JER was posting on them, but I'd actually seen them on their page before. They reached out to me, but they thought I was like a buyer or something. They wanted to know if I wanted to buy them to sell them, and I didn't. I didn't want to buy them in bulk. So
They wanted you to buy a load of them, and then
yeah,
like
yeah. And I'm like, I don't do that. So
yeah.
but they have crazy amount of torque and speed. They seem amazing, but I haven't tested them yet. But they're definitely cheaper.
See, building all of that little pieces, that's what would drive me insane. Like,
Yeah, the Cross RC one.
yeah.
That's why I have not done it yet. As much as I love the look of that 6x6.
Yeah.
And I came in with most of this already done. So, yeah, this is insane. But it looks great.
Yeah.
You have to be a modeler almost to do it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. Like,
There's Sean. You got to put all these little pieces on.
Man,
You
that
got
looks
hinges
awesome,
to
though.
put on the back. You got latches to put on the back.
No glue on.
Yep,
Nope.
all glued in.
In
And
my
then
drive
glue in,
style, they'd
screw
all
in.
fall off.
even in the bed, it's got bed pockets for you to use
Sheesh.
for canopy.
Yep.
That would take 2 years.
yeah.
This is just your battery box. That's all that is your battery box. But the cool thing is the tailgate actually opens.
Yeah.
And your battery falls out.
Yeah, straight down the back.
And then you got your side mirrors with your spot mirror and your regular mirror, and they both move independently.
And these are RC cars. Like,
Yeah.
all of that seems like you would break it off the first time you drove it.
That's why I don't drive half of mine when I take them out. I just kind of showcase.
Yeah. Easy drive. Just Sunday driver.
Yeah. That's it.
Man.
And that's half the reason. That's half the reason I don't have one, because I couldn't look at it on my shelf and be like, "This thing has to get drove and broken." Like,
Yeah, I've been working on this truck since March.
You've been working on that since March.
I
Yeah.
don't doubt it.
Fuck that.
I would say it doesn't look like you've been working very much, but it actually looks like you've been working a lot on it.
Yeah.
There's so many details.
Well,
Yikes.
I've never really done much to it since. I got the chassis put together as a roller in about 3 days.
Okay.
Then I started getting all the other small pieces together, and then I just lost all interest when all this crap hit.
Yeah.
You see, that thing looks a lot better, AC, now that it's black than when it was
Oh, I
that
know.
burgundy color. Like,
Yeah.
That burgundy just didn't look right on it.
So you had to take
No.
it all the way apart to repaint it?
Yep.
I didn't even do that. I just scuffed it a little bit and shot it because I want it to come through when it gets beat up.
Right. But you had to take it all down to the body to paint
No, because
right?
it was already all. It wasn't
Oh, it wasn't
fully
built.
done.
Okay.
So, yeah, the bed
Gotcha.
was built.
Gotcha.
The cab didn't have anything put in it or anything like that. So I had to paint that, and then I had to paint the interior. That wasn't painted at all either.
Well, since this stream started, I got two
Yeah, it was all
wheels
it was
for that
partial.
trip together.
you got two what?
I only have 2 wheels together for that truck since the stream started.
Oh, the
Wow.
bead locks on them. Yeah.
Yeah, they're easy. It just
Time consuming.
these long screws, and then you get the other one started and take these out, and then you got to pull the beads, make sure the bead seats.
Yeah. Stamper said that's not a build, that's a career.
Yeah.
Building that thing. Yeah. Did you figure out what way you're going to do the lights yet, AC?
I'm gonna hold off for right now.
Yeah.
I want to take the thing out and run it a little bit, and I'll probably put them in afterwards. Just right now, I'm gonna hold off.
I still have to put all the light pockets in this thing yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like way too long for me. I want to just build it within at least maximum 2 weeks. Have it built, painted, out running. Like, you know?
Well,
Although in saying that, that freaking the one for USTE that was meant to be for USTE, and there's just no chance that would have been ready. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember me saying at the poker run that I was actually gonna build this and send it to Javier
yeah,
for a giveaway. And when I found out that they're discontinuing this truck, I decided to keep this, and I might do something different.
yeah, I would hold on. If I spent that much time on it, there's no chance that I send it to somebody else doing that. Like in 6 months to build it. I hope. Hey, Xavier, what's up?
But this is all off and on.
Xavier?
Raising scale
I'm gonna be doing
RC
this
afternoon,
with
gents.
my
Afternoon.
other parts for my comp rig right now.
Mm.
My comp truck, that something happened with the ESC between it and the B link and caused it to go into the fault flash, where now they have to send me a regular castle link so I can get back in it and reset it.
Mhm.
So now I've got to wait for that. Otherwise, I'd be working on that instead of doing this.
Oh, getting it. But the wheels, you have to do the wheels at some point, so you may as well get them out of the way now.
Yeah.
Yeah, only to take them back apart because I still have to paint it.
Well, yeah, so then why put them apart? Why put them together then? You know?
Because I need the jack stands.
It's sick.
Plus, I need my CalRC mat. Everything's been sitting on it.
Yeah, that happens. That is a thing. That is a real first world problem
Yeah,
that we have to deal with.
It's crazy. Like I have another workbench behind me. Look, if I move myself, look at the state of it. There's bodies on it. Up. There's like you can't even do anything with it right now.
Mine is so dirty right now from the big rock. I have to pick it up and dump it off into a trash can.
Yeah, I know. I'm surprised you didn't hose that down before you started working on it.
Well, it kind of came out of nowhere when I started working on it the first time. Is I think in the tanks chat, I was working on it, and then I was sold the wrong part, which was frustrating. because I had the right part down and they said it was in, but then I got there and like, oh, it was. They tried to give me like a turnbuckle. I'm like, that's not what I ordered. And so they're like, oh well, they went to find it. Like, well, we don't have that. And then they're like, oh well, it's the wrong one anyway. You need this one. I'm like, that one seems too short. That looks like it'd go for the old version. But I bought it anyway because they looked it up on the computer and said it was right. And I was right with my original purchase, but so now I have short ones for my Sentin, I guess, if we break that.
Yeah, if you
Oh.
break them.
Somebody in your chat yesterday said to fix it.
What was that?
Well, last night when he was live, somebody in chat told him to fix it.
Yeah, I eventually did. They just wanted me to stop talking about editing. That's fine.
TRX Forerunner, what do you think of the new Sendero HD? I don't know, it looks very like it looks like a G-made boom. Like, and then I don't know why inner fenders should be a freaking industry standard on rigs that come out right now. Like there's one view of that thing on the run video, and it goes up over something, and you just look right in through the whole thing and back. It's like just put inner fenders on the thing.
I have that on mine.
Yeah. What, inner fenders?
No, I don't have inner fenders.
Oh, you don't have inner
unless they
fenders?
came with it. It doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't think my TF2 has them either.
Yeah, but the TF2's got the interior and everything, so it sort of blocks.
Yeah, that's true. You're not looking through the window.
Yeah, you can't, like, you don't look up through the wheel arch and look straight out the back window. Freaking truck, like, you know.
Well, this thing is a monster.
Yeah.
Is it ready to drive?
Yeah, I can drive it right now.
How much
Motor and
you-
everything's in it. It
About
runs.
13 pounds.
Francois looks very.
Canada's bringing the cold.
Yeah, I know. He's bringing the cold with him.
Mr. Canada.
It's freaking cold here.
I saw you guys got some crazy snow in Arizona. No bragging about your heat today, huh?
Yeah.
You know,
Finally.
I know Arizona getting snow.
it's,
like, what
let's
the
see,
heck?
right now it's 49 outside.
No, well, that's not cold.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, I
actually
know.
Shut
what they
up.
called,
Yeah,
You
what they
keep
call
working on your
barometer.
truck.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's only
20
26 here.
22 outside my door right now. That's cold. It's 49 and it's cold. I'd be wearing shorts. It was 49 degrees.
yeah, no,
It's,
freezing. I got my heater on.
that's crazy.
Yeah, 26 degrees here. Not a chance.
Yeah. So I see the
I came
neighbors.
from all that.
I see the neighbor's garage tank. That is an awesome place for spraying.
Yep,
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah,
cool.
that-
Sort.
Nice sized garage.
that is. He's doing a
What's going on,
forge
Frank?
in there. He's doing a forge in there, so it's going to be cool.
Yeah.
So here it's 28,
Celsius?
and 28 Fahrenheit and -2 Celsius.
I was going to say, it's not bad if it's Celsius.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's it.
no, thank you.
What do you mean? No, thank you.
This is too cold for me.
Abigail said 4 inches here and still snowing. 5C here in Scotland. Well, you're in Scotland, so it's probably 5C all year round. Like, so it is.
Yeah,
I know that-
yeah. Sorry, go ahead. Keep going.
That's one of the worst things about Ireland. Like, it's a nice country, but man, it fucking rains way too much. It's
Yeah.
like, it's depressing how much it rains.
It's like Seattle as a country.
Yeah,
That's
it is like not.
a good way to put it.
But there's some days you get all 4 seasons in one day. Like, be raining, be snowing, freaking sun be shining. It's like, it's crazy.
I used to have that in Connecticut.
Yeah.
We're supposed to get something today. Tomorrow or today? Some snow or... I don't know. My wife took my Jeep today. She said that her car wasn't going to...
Oh, that was just
Enough.
that was an excuse to take your Jeep.
That's
It
it.
just wasn't.
It's very possible.
Yeah.
I just hope I get my other car back today.
I guess it's just going to be cold. That's all.
Yeah, it was-
They were talking about some storm on Thursday, but now they're saying it's gonna go out to sea or something before it gets this or some crap, some snowstorm. We were getting that Canadian freaking what they call that polar vortex or something coming
Yeah.
down from Canada. We're meant to get that this weekend. It's
Oh, yeah.
gonna be crazy cold.
And you guys get hit with it before I do.
Yeah, so this weekend we're meant to be getting the polar vortex. Canada is coming for us, Ian.
Yeah.
It is. What background's that tank? Is that Montreal behind you?
No, it's Ottawa Parliament. That's our
Ottawa Parliament, yeah.
Parliament.
Mm.
My finger's disappearing for some odd reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was enjoying the talk yesterday, especially about editing because I edit, but not everybody does power editing like you do. So that's why I think you were losing a lot of attention to people because not everybody does it or understand what you're doing. And like what you were doing, you're just using the keyboard. You're just using the keyboard. So it was a heck of a lot faster, but people don't realize that what it takes to edit. So I think that's why you were losing a lot of people yesterday.
Yeah.
It is
RC
cool.
McMaster, welcome in. Yeah, because you just use, like you were saying last night, Tony, you just use the keys, like,
Yeah.
for in, out, everything. Like,
In, out, drop it in the timeline. You never touch your mouse.
yeah.
But you also never have to stop the video. It literally can keep playing. So you take that 20 minutes of running and you just let it play and you say in, out, drop, and it keeps playing in, out, drop. And you just automatically are just pulling down the pieces you want without ever stopping playing the video. And
Yeah.
you can be done with it. Like, I mean, I finished it after that video was done. It took adding music and slow-mo and color correction, all that. It took probably another 30 minutes. And then the thumbnail description, getting all the links, that took another 45 or so. So,
Yeah.
but that's every day, you're looking at hours because of that. And the faster you can get it knocking through it, the more likely you are to post every day. And I couldn't do it with the PC with Premiere. It was
Cool.
just the workflow was too slow.
Yeah. So AZ, is that going to be your first crawler?
No.
Uh-uh.
He has crawlers.
He
up
shows
there,
you his
so-
crawler all the time
Yeah.
on your channel.
The purple
yeah.
SDX10.
Oh yeah, you
Original.
actually said- that's
Original
true. That's
gangster.
Yep.
But you have the steering by SSD, right, to get the better throw on your steering?
true. I got the steering mod from SSD. Yeah. I just contacted Chris from GCM today to ask him because my white truck that's got a fifth wheel attachment at the back, it's for a puller.
Mm-hmm.
I asked him, I said, listen, I want to put a front axle on it to make it 4x4 because it's only two-wheel drive right now. So I want to turn it into a 4x4. But I don't want to use a SCX10 because the SCX10 turn ratio sucks. And
Mm-hmm.
so I asked him, do you have anything right now that's new that would be better for that and to actually show people that even though your platform is an old platform, you can still do upgrade with it. So he said, yeah, sure, they'll bring it along. And so I got to go over there and do a video with him about upgrading the 410 chassis or any other Leaf chassis. So
Nice. Yeah. I know. I wonder what bodies he wouldn't say the other night on Javier's what new bodies are coming out. Wonder.
Yeah.
Because he's not building that. He's not building that new chassis just for the sake of building a new chassis. Like
no,
So some company has a couple of nice bodies coming out.
yeah, and maybe that past the build that I'm working on, maybe that's what we're gonna put on.
Yeah. You're gonna put it on one of them chassis. See, I gotta get a trailer and go to Canada just for this past the build, so I have a chance to win it. Send a little trailer up there with a little postage address on it and say, "Hey, I'm in Canada."
Yeah. Oh darn, you're live. I forgot. So this is not the after show, so we got to change subject and talk about something else.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. I've moved to Canada though. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'll still get a Canadian address.
Just for a few months
Yeah.
or a few days or a week or two.
Pigeon Kicker, I don't have your email. Tank, do you have Pigeon Kickers? He's looking at the Zoom link. there. I don't
Yeah.
have his email address. JP Slayer CC. Did you see the guys
Oh no,
comment on the start?
I get so many
Right.
people about that.
Of the people stealing it for them Facebook freaking videos, $75 for raminators, and it's like crazy. Anybody that falls for that though is just ridiculous anyway. Like but
Send it me.
unfortunately, there probably is some people that do fall for it.
There's a lot of people falling for that.
Yeah.
My nephew had sent me a message one day about the Raminator, asking if that was a good deal.
$75 at a time.
A killer deal.
It's an amazing deal.
I told him it's a killer deal,
No.
but you're not going to be getting it from those guys. I
Yeah.
said, $2,500 trucks.
The latest one was the custom built Sanduli with the stacks, and it's got a real engine in it by RC Tanks and by RC Tanks and Trucks. He just posted a video about how that happened.
Yeah, I saw that.
Again, it's insanity, like, you know. But you know what? Facebook lets them away with doing it, so why not?
Yeah, and he was saying that Facebook is so late in catching up on these, and they're having issues of deleting them or whatever. But like, just stop selling on Facebook. That like or buying on Facebook. Just stop it. Like it's crazy.
Yeah. There's like unless it's in Facebook Marketplace, there's no point. Like, you know, it's all them stupid ads you see about everything.
Yeah.
Crazy. Pigeon kicker.
Yeah.
Then
There you go. Not getting any sound. 1 second.
no,
How'd you
we
get in
can
here?
hear you.
How'd you
Robot
get in
chirp.
here?
75 is what other 20 of them. Yeah, I would order more than 20 of them if they were $75 each. Definitely. But they mustn't be. I haven't heard them testing anything in a while, like, because normally, even when they've new roving products or anything coming out, you hear them because they're only 10 minutes from my house, but the noise in big gas engines and nitro engines, you hear them ripping like crazy. Like,
Oh, that's right. Primal RC is right there.
yeah, well, Primal and Roving are the same company, like, so.
And King Motors, right?
Yeah, King Motors as well. All three. It's funny, like, because it's just like you wouldn't even know. It's just like it's like a warehouse, and just the front, a little glass door, and above it says Primal Roving. You wouldn't even know they're freaking there. Like, it's not like some big fancy. It's not like some big fancy store, like, you know. And the only reason I realized they're actually there is because my daughter went to, do you know that bounce, like them trampoline places? There's one of
Oh yeah.
There's one of them that my daughter had to go to a birthday party on. And she was in the birthday party, I could hear all the engines roaring, and I was like, what the hell? I went out and walked around the back of the building there. Was the whole Primal building. I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Hey,
Well,
fellas, how's it going? Morning.
Very good. We got you. What's that? Your interior tank?
No, somebody was saying if I'd received that 3D printed stuff care package.
Oh, care package from somebody.
I just never had time to do any videos of it, but I did talk about it a couple times on my special events, and I did talk about it a little bit on RC Talk. But yes, I did receive some of this stuff.
So I see you painted the body tank of that Range Rover. You still have the whole interior to paint yet too.
Yes, the whole interior I still have to paint. But what I'm going to do, the kind of paint job scheme I'm going to do with it, is I'm going to paint the body a whole different color, like maybe a yellow. The doors are probably going to be blue. The back door is going to be a different color. The hood's going to be a different color. And then I'm going to start putting like, and plus it's going to be different primer or different colors. So I'm going to play with those color, and then I'm going to put body work on it, like the kind of orange brown bodywork, and then I'm going to sand it. So it's going to look like it's being prepared to be and patched up with a lot of other parts. So I'm going to make it look old, in other words.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of work in that thing, like, you know. And then how did you forget the back pieces?
I When I did the unboxing real quick, I was putting pieces away and putting pieces aside, and I just put it on the ground. And when I put everything back together, I just forgot those 2 pieces on the ground. But I painted it the next day. I actually didn't have any more black paint, so I had to get another can. So
I know, yeah.
Fail.
yeah.
Fail.
Cool.
There is a lot of pieces to it, like you don't realize. But the good thing, like, there's the whole.
Yeah, I realize that the whole interior is going to be a whole different paint job and all that. So that's going to be a whole thing all by itself.
Yeah.
Can I see those yellow handle clippers, please?
Yes.
Oh, are you working on? Oh no, he's working on the truck today, not his spider.
Yeah. See, so that.
It's that hose that
Yeah.
little thing we put the rock bouncer wheels on.
Okay.
So that's a bag still tank full of screws and everything left over from when I built. So they do give you plenty of extra screws, like.
Good.
You know, an extra. They do give you different mounting brackets because you can mount it on a. You can mount it on an SCX 10.2 or you can mount it on a TRX 4. So they give you different mounting brackets now as well. And then they give you different cutout thing for. You don't have to cut it out if you're using an SCX 10.2 or anything, but if you use a TRX 4, they give you a template for cutting out the interior. For the way the motor and the body tray is in the TRX 4.
2 on the fin there. Yep. We just gonna change the fin.
You're moving spots, AC, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Got this place set up a little bit better now. Got another set of shelves. So
Nice.
I'm getting organized somewhat.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
That's all
good.
you can do. Best time. I don't care about YouTube money or anything. I just like to share my builds with y'all. Yeah, Kevin, could you do some crazy good builds? So it would be cool to see some of your builds.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Can't wait to see him finish up that Jeep.
Yeah.
I want to see his LC70. That's what I
Well,
want to
he
see.
bought it. He bought it when a few years ago, I think, when they first came out, and it's sitting there. So he's got a lot of parts for it.
Yeah, he did. He got the windows that go up and down. He got the windshield wipers. He did get a lot of parts for it.
He's got the windows that roll down on it.
Yeah. The windows are rolled down. The windshield wipers all move, like
Nice.
Wow,
everything. Like,
Nice.
All right.
because I was thinking of getting a set of the wipers and modifying them for my TF2. Just modifying the dashboard to fit the servo in the dash. Because that's what I used for that D110. That's what I used. Like I had spur lights and stuff and spur inserts from when you buy the killer body, the cockpit. They actually give you 2 dashboards, so you can have one left-hand drive and one right-hand drive. So they give you 2 separate ones in it. So you're always left with one spare freaking interior or one spare dashboard with all the lights. Just cool, like.
drivers.
Kevin said you're one to talk, Frank, about not finishing builds.
What?
Burn.
That's it. Have you been working anymore in that truck or no?
Oh, a
I
cat.
can't talk.
Oh, wait. Oh, a cat. A cat. Oh. A squirrel.
Hey, Sean, I got a question for you.
Yep.
What are the receivers you use for your flight type?
For my what?
When you run the 2 trucks, the flight type receivers?
Oh, I use the Spectrum. Hold on, I have one.
Yeah.
Here. Hold on. They are the
Oh, it's
AR6.
steel, that's right.
They're
That's
the
one.
AR620.
It's
Hold
one
on,
off
see
of
that
there.
camera.
I forgot
620 or
about that.
6210?
There, that's the ones I use there.
AR620.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was looking at the Winnebago here, and it has an AR 6210 with the separate DSM module on it.
Yeah, the only reason I use these ones because like look, there's no antenna, there's no nothing. Everything's all built in.
Antenna, yeah.
And the good thing, what I love about Spectrum, like
Yeah.
just right where the Spectrum symbol is, you just press that to bind them. Like that's a good thing. Spectrum made stuff really easy, like even for no bind plugs, no nothing. Like just push that button, blinks, you bind through your controller.
Yeah. I got to figure a different radio to put in that then, because I don't have the radio for that,
See that little crate?
and the other receivers
Yeah.
I've got are way too big.
See that little crane?
Yeah, that crane behind them.
I used to have one of those.
Did you?
But,
Oh, yeah,
but
that's
you
right,
have the
you did.
fly. You have the Fly Sky, don't you?
Yeah, I got the Fly Sky radio he gave me, and those receivers are way too big to fit in that area.
But you can get the smaller Fly Sky flight one. You can get the small ones too.
Oh, I bought it at Rite Aid.
Oh, no.
Really?
Well,
Yeah, they had them
Yeah.
at Rite Aid. It was like $20.
I've got a bunch of those
Thing was
for
really
the
cool.
Crane there?
distant radios, but I don't have enough channels.
Yeah, no, but you can get the small flight ones from Fly Sky as well.
Oh,
Like
I'll have
they-
to see if they're compatible to the radio I got.
Yeah, it was kind of cool.
Probably
Oh,
they have a few different ones compatible.
It would be different.
Yeah.
Well, work is coming into my playtime, so it looks like I got a video conferencing to go to at 2 o'clock. So I'm gonna have to leave and go to start working or something.
No problem. Yeah, I'll probably end the live at 2 o'clock myself anyway. Like, and just stay on after chat. I didn't even like. I had no plans in even doing this. So
And make
Dennis.
sure you start taking good pictures of your truck, because we're having that calendar event that's gonna start on the 1st.
Oh, I've got a plan already.
I should actually take my wife's her camera. Use her friggin' camera then.
Yeah, what's nice with that is that you do have 12 chances. So theoretically, you could go to 12 different Facebook plates and actually put it there.
Yeah,
You could put the same picture, but I recommend putting different pictures like that. We have a mix.
Yeah.
And like that, you have more chances of winning. So
Yeah. I got a buddy that's a photographer, and I'm going to have him help me out a little bit.
cool.
I'll-
I'm gonna
I'll-
try. I'm gonna try to say not modified as much as possible, not modified or touched up. So
All right,
no.
because I was going to say I'll send all mine to Matt from Scale Builders Guild. Get him to send them back to me.
cool.
Oh,
Do
no,
they
I
have to
won't
be
let
a
Chris
truck?
touch them.
Tanks, they have to be a truck.
No, well, a semi truck, it has to look scale. So if you have something like those monster truck things, maybe Tony won't be able to jump in there. But I mean, like a Savage or an X-Max, that is not scale. It has to look scale, like it's either a semi, on-road car could work, or even a truck.
Okay, gotcha.
If it was a scale monster truck, it would work.
Probably, yeah. If it looks like some of the monster truck you have looks pretty scale, yeah.
Yeah, his Clodbusters might work.
Yeah.
Hey, put it in there, and if you have enough votes, you win. That's it. It's
Yeah.
a tiny truck, so.
Yeah, we should have stipulated that there should be no editing to the photo.
Yeah, I
Should
will
just
be
be
putting
one
that on there, and I will add no editing on photos, please.
RC
Thing I do
McMaster
is-
said.
Crop it down.
Yeah, RC McMaster said my OCD kicks in when Frank says A.
What if we
And the
shoot
rest
it
of
with the
alphabet.
edits applied, though?
That's fucking great.
That's a good question, Tony.
Like effects and all that already applied when we shoot it. Because portrait mode changes things. That's like
Yeah, true.
a
Yeah.
faking effect.
Oh, so
Cool.
yeah.
So we'll talk to you guys later. I'm gonna be late.
All right,
See ya.
have a
Thank
good
you.
one.
Thank.
He didn't
So
want
when
to
you-
answer. He didn't want to answer my question.
Yeah. So when you take a photo, Tony, you can already have set in the camera to make it.
Yeah, you can
In
set
there,
quite
yeah.
a bit. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can even do that on my phone.
I probably can too. Just that would mean having to look at settings.
Just depends on the camera app you use too. Like if you use Hipstamatic, you can have it do all kinds of crazy stuff
OnePlus
to
got
it.
a lot of that already set up.
I don't. I don't use any apps. I just use the camera on my phone. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
That's
know.
the one good thing about this.
Yeah.
OnePlus got a bunch of stuff on it.
Oh yeah, earlier Larry was asking, is that true that dude trying to buy a Raminator for $75?
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah, it
Seriously?
happens all the time.
Tank is saying
Before it
what
was
question,
$30.
Yeah.
They got more money out of that guy.
Yeah, so Tank is saying what question, Tony?
Oh no, I was just joking about if the
Yeah.
effects are applied before. If we don't actually, if the effects are part of the shot.
There is no shot. Like
Like if you put a colored filter over the lens or something.
Yep.
Yeah, gotcha.
Or you shoot lights into it so you get cool lens flares, and or if you use like an app like Hipstamatic where it's a burned-in effect when you take the picture.
I think that's what he's meaning is no computer editing, but regular like camera stuff like filters and things like that. I'm sure would be okay. Yeah.
You can't like put blue skies in and all that.
Yeah. So Steadfast, I actually run my ground vehicles off one of these receivers or one of these controllers as well. So my protocols are set up right straight away for that.
He's one of those guys.
For the wheel hub.
Some of my trucks have a pistol grip. Actually, some of my rigs I've got two receivers in them, so I can drive them dual, and then if I don't want to drive them dual, I just take the pistol grip out.
That's pretty awesome, actually.
Yeah, so I have dual receivers in them, like so.
That just won't fit under the hood of that Winnebago.
They came with
Yeah,
it.
that's pretty big.
Yeah. I can make that work in the man truck or my original night hauler.
I bought
but
some.
it's not in the Winnie. That's just too tight. Tank said no cheater photos or cheater photos not allowed.
Well, what's cheating to him may not be cheating to me, so
I was waiting.
I need some more definitive rules.
Yeah.
To each their own.
I'm just giving him a hard time, but I know people are going to push it. That hardly. I mean,
oh yeah.
I've been around the block enough times to know. Even in real competitions, like photo competitions, people will submit edited photos and say they're not.
Yeah, they'll push the limits to what they can get away with.
Yeah.
He told me this didn't have a receiver. It does. Nice. So I got 3 receivers.
Sweet. Or what one is that for?
That just seems greedy.
Yeah, that's the Fly Sky. Yeah.
For the Fly Sky.
Yeah.
I don't mind Fly Sky. That's
Yeah.
pretty decent. You know, not too expensive for what you get.
No, it's not bad, especially when I got it with all this stuff I got.
Yeah, I've got that same remote. Is that the 6-channel?
Yeah, the i6X.
You can mod that to 10 channels, you know.
Yeah.
And all the switches will be on a separate channel.
Yeah, I don't think I'll really need that though with the semis unless I do a whole lot of stuff with
like your boom
light setups and all.
extension and
Never say never.
Yeah, if you're using that for ground vehicles, though, I see the left analog stick. Do you not want to put a spring in that? No.
No, because I use that right off the bat, at least at first, until I get a 3-switch setup. I use that for the transmission.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I that's one thing I had to do with mine. Like I had to put it so they self-center.
Yeah.
The last thing you want is. The thing I wanted was one rig to be driving off on its own, like, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I can do that on this too. It's got a bit in the instructions to get the spring kit for the other side.
Standoff was talking specifically about this Fly Sky stuff, but make sure you have the right protocol.
Yeah.
The Fly Sky stuff.
Yeah, I've already heard that many times. So
That's it. All right, guys, this was just a quick live, so I'll kill the live. We'll stay on after hours anyway. Oh,
All right.
Pigeon Kicker, you want to say goodbye, sir?
See you later. Thanks for letting me join.
No
Letting us
problem.
join.
Bye, guys.
All right, DG, Dennis.
Thanks for having me on, Sean.
No problem.
And it was nice talking with you, Tony. First time I actually got to see you face to face and talk with you. It was nice meeting you.
Well, we'll do the after hours.
Yeah, we'll
anyway.
stay on.
We'll stay on after hours anyway. Say goodbye to everybody else.
Yeah, now that I got that HC6 on the wheels.
All right, AC, you want to say goodbye there?
well, thanks for doing this, Sean. Thanks for letting me in. Everyone stay safe.
No problem. All right, everybody, thanks for taking the time to stop by, and I'll see you all on Sunday. We'll see you Thursday night on the tanks, and then Sunday night I'll be back again.